Hi, everybody. It's Lisa from Sweet and Sassy Treasures. It's Tuesday at 4 o'clock, which means it's time for a live tutorial. I'm the owner of Sweet and Sassy Treasures, and I am so happy that you're here. Pam's finishing up the last few orders, then she'll be joining us. And I'm super excited about the things I have to show you today. I know that even though I've done a lot of prep work, this is still going to be a two-parter that we're going to need to finish tomorrow. So I am not going to dilly-dally. I'm going to get started pretty quickly here. I am doing my live auction tomorrow. I've been terrible about advertising it, but I am going to post when I'm off this live and a couple of times tomorrow, and hopefully you guys can join us. I will have salt and pepper shaker snowmen. I don't know how many because I got to get my little fingers working. But hi, Mary. But it is a holiday favorite and they should make their debut. So I'm going to go ahead. Hello, Araceli. I'm going to go ahead and show you what just came in. So the first thing, this is what I was going to do tonight until I found the other thing I ordered. So these are hot off the presses, so to speak, distributed by Decoupage Queen, but they are made by Handcrafted Holiday Traditions. And this is two arched windows, cathedral windows. Let me see if I can. And they're two-part. So they're super easy to do. So this is the larger one, and I have the dimensions in the listing, but you would just put your rice paper on here, or you could do 4 separate images and then go right over the top and create to your heart's content. I have ideas. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for sprinkling, Araceli. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Sherry. So these are super, super fun. I cannot wait. Like I said, I was so excited to do something with these. I think this is 9 by 11. The dimensions are on there, and maybe 6 by 8. I don't know, but everything is listed. I was a really good girl under this week's live products. The price point on those is $20.95. So that is that one. Then I'm like super thrilled about these. These are backings for the tapers. So there are backings for the Christmas tapers and backings for the angelic tapers. So I'm going to open this up, and you get 4 in the Christmas tapers, 3 in the angelic tapers, but they are priced. This might have tape on it. Exactly the same. Struggling with this is. I want to know what tape this is because my tape never sticks that well. Oh, I see why, because the packaging tore. So 1 for each size of the angelic tapers, and I think this is the right one. Nope, this one I think. It just goes right on top of there, so you don't have to worry about how to finish off the taper. This is a clear one that I did. It got a little cloudy, but I still really like it. I just haven't had the opportunity to do anything with it. Oh, do I do a good job of pronouncing your name? It makes me nervous. Is that all right? So it's just, they're so, so cool. And then let me put that. We have the Christmas tapers, and those I have poured in white resin. But my gosh, it would be so easy. You could decoupage these and have a really fun, back, or you could just paint them, but finishes them off so nicely. Is this? Nope. That's the only one I don't. Let me see. Is this the snowman? Here we go. Look, for the snowman. I don't have it lined up right. There we go. I just like brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Price point on these, I think, are $10.95 for the package. So super reasonable. But you could use tissue paper on there or just paint them. But I think I would be tempted to do something more than just paint. So those, you guys, are already, backers are great. I know I love them. So let me set those aside. And that's when I just set stuff aside, we can't find them, and I spend all kinds of time looking for them. I started my book box project, which will be the next one, and probably the last workshop for the holiday season, because it's almost Thanksgiving, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and start my video, and I'm going to show you. I didn't bring, that's all right. I didn't bring, hold on, let me grab it. Sorry, this is what we're doing today. So this is the kit, and it is very intimidating. I am going to take you step by step. You won't be intimidated at all, but I was for sure. So what's that going to look like? Can you see the image up there? It's a layered wings snow globe-ish. I have so many ideas of what I want to do with this, because you know I want to put some sort of glass in the front of it. Now, the plexiglass, like I used for the book workshop, won't work because I'm not going to be, I can't snap it. I can't cut it on a curve. So I'm going to look at an acetate. So that will be something that I'll do tomorrow. But let's flip you over and I'll show you what I've done, because it is so exciting. All right, that should be a good spot. And will that light help? So these are the pieces. I hope I've got them all here. No, I'm missing. Nope, they're all here. I'm so prepared, you guys. Thank you for sprinkling, Shane. So there is the back of the globe and the top of the globe. And it all looks like this. It's all MDF, but I wanted to get some things ready.
Do you need a water, Lisa?
I got one. And then there are 3 of these that are flexible. And that's the part that threw me for a loop. Then each side of the wings has all these pieces. So it's like super dimensional. And then there's a base and a mid base. So those are the pieces. I have a couple of options for wording, but we're going to see. You could do molds down here. There's so much you could do. That's another reason that this has to be a 2-parter, because I've got to figure out what it is exactly that I want to do. So on my back and the front, I did a base coat of Sandy Blonde, and then I went over the top of it. Hi, Gracie. I went over the top of it with crinoline. The reason being, I knew I wanted to use this music paper. It's AB Studios. It's in this week's live products. I absolutely love this. It's gorgeous. And the white would have made it too bright. I wanted it warmer than that. And then I wanted the depth makes a difference. I can't explain it. It just does. I laid my piece over the decoupage paper. Let me see if I can get. So let's say this is the decoupage paper. I laid it over and traced out the whole thing. Now, I don't need to cover the whole thing because this part you're not going to see, but I did it because it's the first time. Hi, Eileen. Aileen, I say that wrong all the time. And then I cut it out. So that's how I got this. The base paper that I'm going to put for this half is this. It's Dark and Moody Damask. It's also AB Studios, and it is heavenly, dreamy, amazing. Like, love it. Eileen. Oh, thank you. It's the AI that makes me want to say Aileen. It's Eileen. Huh, I was saying it right. Hi, Suzanne. So that's going to be our base. That's going to be our top. This is more than likely going to be black, but I wanted to get a base on there so I could wipe back. And that's what I have planned so far. Oh, thank you. I can't see that stuff on my end. I got to take a drink real quick here. Vitamin water. It's full of sugar. It's yummy. Okay, we're going to start with, and like I said, forgive me because I haven't done this before. I've done some snip art before, but I haven't done this one. And it's like just absolutely incredible. So I'm going to use CLP. I'm going to get this out of the way so I don't mess it up. I'm going to need Pam a paper plate because all my plates I got paint on. I'm sorry.
There you go.
Thank you.
A lot of stuff going on, Lisa.
I know. This is so fun. I'm so excited. I think my wings are, I'm either going to use German glass glitter or metallic paint or both. I'm beside myself. When you trace the globe onto your paper, I already know it's wider than my paper. I'll sand a little bit, and then I'm going to have to cut those little notches out as well. What is it?
BLT? Did you say
CLP?
CLP?
CLP, clear liquid patina.
Hi,
So
Shannon.
it's what I love to use for my decoupage medium.
Hi, Arcelis.
When you are painting the base and sealing like I'm doing right now, you don't want to get the medium in the slots or in the holes because it will make them smaller. So I'm trying to be careful. So I got it all wet already. And now I just want to make sure that I've got enough.
Okay. Hey, Tracy B.
I am going to pull a little bit down there. All right. Huh. I got it right the first time. Just going to take my smoother here. And now I'm going to clear liquid patina over the top. Clear liquid patina is a sealer by DIY Paint. I never use it as a sealer. I use it as my decoupage medium, and I love it. And that excess, well, I guess it's there. I might as well just decoupage it on.
Your paper's so pretty.
It is so
Hi,
pretty.
Sheila, I am here.
So you'll see why I painted it. It would come through that, the color of that MDF would come through. And there's quite a difference between this and that. I did clean up too, is what's shocking. So I'm gonna just dry this and I'm gonna let it set because I'm gonna wanna sand around and I'm gonna have to cut those notches out. So that's going to take a minute.
Tracy said I missed what paper that was.
AB Studios Music Notes, I'm calling it.
He doesn't love some music notes.
I'm just checking the back to see if I have any medium in those notches, and I don't. So I'm going to set that up there. And now we're going to go to the wings. So here's what I did.
It is a new one, Tracy.
And I highly, highly, highly recommend doing it this way, at least for now. I may change my mind. So I've got crinoline paint and I stacked my wings. So there's a plain one and then the next bigger one adds a little dimension. Then the next one is plain, a little bit more dimension.
Yes.
So
yes,
that's how they stack.
We do sell all the papers. Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to lift off all the top ones. And I'm just going to look at where I need to add paint for where this top piece isn't going to cover my bottom piece. Now, Pam and I wondered if you really couldn't just paint this after, and I didn't want to run that risk. So, and I'm really just dry brushing because I don't want to add bulk.
Oh, Lisa was just finishing her Christmas journal from the group.
Wow, look at you making progress.
Or was it last year's?
No, she did last year's not that long ago. But so then I just hold it up to make sure that I got everywhere, and I did. And then I'm gonna just take my heat gun to it real quick. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. There we go. My favorite glue for these projects is Pentard Express glue. I've had mine for a couple of years, probably more than half empty.
Is it still out of stock though? Or is it?
I have it. We have it.
Oh, we have it. Oh,
yeah.
Good.
And it has this pointy tip and it dries fast. So what I did was I applied my glue on the back of the top piece. And you don't need a lot.
Good job, Lisa.
I just went around that way. And then I lined up the top and this edge line up every single time. And then I have these clips from Dollar Tree that I love to use. And I only had to use it for this first layer.
Denise, it sounds like you're on a roll now.
And we're going to go here. And then I'm going back to my pile, taking the next bottom piece. I do have to pay attention. There are some spots where it didn't cut out very well. So I just take my X-Acto knife and just punch that through.
Yes, Lisa, the papers from AB Studio. What about the rest of it, Lisa?
They're on my website. I don't have a lot of them. I've got like 6 and 8. It is from Handcrafted Holiday Traditions, distributed by Decoupage Queen. That's about as long as I need that on for. So I can still, I may clip this down here just for a minute. I didn't put glue on these feathers down here because I thought it was kind of cool if they lifted a little bit, but they don't. It's made really well. So now I want to do the same thing. How is this going to line up? So I really only need paint on the feathers. Again, it's mostly a dry brushing, so I don't add bulk. And I'll be adding more paint after. This is just to get that initial coverage so I don't have to worry about reaching in low spots and stuff like that.
Perfect.
Yeah, Sheila, they absolutely do. She was saying the great quality products. I got some a while ago before Decoupage Queen carried these, and there was some warping, which is fine. You know, you just clamp it, but there's none of that here. So then this is the next piece. It's going to go like that. Flip it over. Put the glue on there.
A lot of feathers.
It is a lot of feathers. Squigglies make it stick better. I'm kidding. Line that up. So everything lines up at the top and on the side. I'm going to make sure I get that excess glue off. But like, I don't stress over it being perfect, you know. And now I'm going to grab the next piece. It looks like we need to go up to about here. I'm glad I didn't try and wing this live because that would not have gone well.
Wing it live.
That's so funny.
Yes, you have.
Another important point, these are all cut like the mirror images of this wing. You have to flip over the corresponding part. So if you look like one side, you can see the cut lines like the burns. The other side is more plain. So half the pieces are going to be plain side up. What is the globe the wings are sitting in? It's all one piece. Hold on. Hold, please. I got this.
What is the glue?
There you go. That's the link right there. Okay, sorry. All right, so now I've got this piece. We're going to glue on. Get a little swirly do in there.
Did it record, Lisa?
I did. So we've got that one. And now the third to last piece. Now this one, I have to paint all the way up to here because of those openings right there. So that's why I'm doing it in advance, because how would I get my brush in there? I had to take Luna to the groomer. She had to be there at 8 o'clock today. You know
No.
how much I love mornings.
Jeez.
I know, it was one of their last appointments.
You were up and out the door after 7:30, around
Yep.
7:30? Wow.
I know it was torture. So I want to make sure I clean the paint out of those openings too, because it's not my intent to clog them. It is going to be so cool, right? Oh, Kathleen, I'm so glad. We got to pre-order these things. So I ordered the tapers, and I didn't, she has close ones. I didn't order those because I haven't done one thing with the closes yet. But so many other people are that I figure I get a pass on it, you know? So that's going to go on there.
Hi, Kathy. I just finished your order and packaged it up. So
the orders got away from me. I had so much family stuff this weekend.
Hopefully people don't expect you to be shipping on Saturday and Sunday,
You know I normally do, though.
or even Monday for that matter, when you don't work. Well, you always work, but
Yeah, I do always work. Plus, it's that time of year where, you know, we are going to take off between Christmas and New Year's. I just painted that whole entire one. It was brilliant of them to make backs for the tape. Oh, right? Wasn't it, Sheila? I met her at the Decoupage Queen Retreat. She's super sweet. There's a little bit of wood in there, but I'm not gonna worry about it.
the layers just keep coming and coming and coming.
I know. That's what's so yummy about it. Line up the top and here. And then here's the last one. So that'll tell me about, I pretty much need to paint the whole thing.
Do the taper backs fit behind the taper molds?
Yeah, I'll show ya. I think they're right there on the floor.
Yep,
Pam.
they're right here. But I don't know where the tapers are.
I put them in a really good spot right here.
Okay.
Hand me the angelic one, please. I think it's the one that's right on top. Nope, the other one, small one.
Wider one?
Smaller one.
Oh, smaller one.
Here you go. Right like that. And the Christmas tapers. So there's 3 for the angelic, 4 for the Christmas tapers. Price point's the same at $10.95. Sorry, my apron came undone. What's the name of the glue again? I do. Pent Art Express Glue. I don't think I missed anything, you guys. I think every single thing is under products used in this week's live. Almost positive. And I'll do the...
Oh, Denise, surprised they don't have a hole for hanging.
That is good advice.
Hello, Lynn.
I bet she didn't think of it. So everything should be right there. This little guy, I do have to cut out
Last one.
just this right here. Go like, oops, wrong way. Go like that. Like a dummy, I just got it in one of the little openings. I didn't mean to.
Suzanne said, thanks. I forgot about this week's live on your site.
Yeah, it just makes it so much easier, right? To find everything in one spot. We're not done with this, but so again, it's more or less a dry brush so I don't get any bulk. Talked with Diane from Two Girls Treasures. We're finalizing our plans for our spring retreat. We need a name for it.
Ooh,
Here we go.
that could be a good contest.
So look at those wings. Oh my gosh. It's so good. All right. So I'm going to set those up there, and I'm going to bring this back so that we can see how to prep this. And I'll give it a good stopping point for today at some point. Is my little sander, the 1-inch one, out here somewhere? Never mind, you'll never find it. It's just a mess. It's all right. I'm just going to take a piece of sandpaper. So I'm going to sand this edge. Nothing happened. What I did with that, I'm telling you, it's right here. I just don't know where right here is. I'm going to move this to the edge so that I can sand it better. Here, how that can just rip right off. So this is the backing, a good 1/4 inch or so. This is going to be covered, so I don't have to worry about this a whole lot. But I do need to clean the notches out. So in my preliminary exploration of this, the hardest part is putting on the sides. And when you see how she did them, it's absolutely brilliant. Just get off whatever's not stuck there. Okay, now there are a couple of different ways you can get rid of those notches. If you have scissors that are going to work well enough, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and I'm going to push it against this scrap piece of wood and I'm going to trim it that way with my X-Acto knife. Now going straight across is the tricky part. And I just kind of pulled that away. A little bright. So I just cut from one way into the other way and then kind of just pull it. That little piece I have left should be okay. But I'm pushing down on it to make sure I get good contact with my scrap wood. And if you were to just paint these, you don't want the paint to accumulate in here either. And you'll see why in a minute. The sides I am not painting in advance. For one reason, I don't know what color they're going to be, but the main reason is because they flex. And if I get paint in there, they're not going to flex. Down there, I know I'm okay. And I would have done this off camera, but I think it's things that you need to see. You want to make sure you have a sharp, pointy blade. But like I said, you could use scissors. You could have, traced it ahead of time and cut them out. All kinds of things I can think of now that I'm in the middle of it. If it tears a little, I've got that edge to work with. One of the things that I need to think about is when do I place the wings in, because there's a little maneuvering to do with the sides, but I don't want to limit my space to get the wings in either. So that's one of the things I'm going to have to think through.
Are they cutting out easy?
Yeah, just, takes a little bit of time. And going across, is tricky because you can't really, there's not much space to slide your blade.
What were you trying to add, Lisa? I know I packed you up already, but if there's room in the box, was she trying to add the paper?
I missed comments. I'm so sorry.
Oh. Spring in the Carolinas, named for the retreat.
Oh, I like that. So, Lisa, here's what's funny. I thought I read its limited edition, but I'm not sure that it is. Lisa just joining the live. Thank you, Christy. I missed where you got the globe that you're sanding. Is it wood? It's MDF. It's on my website. It is, you can find it in this section of my website. Everything I used in this live. Globe, that's okay. Hi, Mary. Hi, Mary Jo. Joellen, hi.
Well, yeah, I don't have any of those guys.
Okay, this I have got to get. So what I'm going to do is do something that will create a poke. So I'm going to use my Cricut weeding tool because I'm probably not going to be able to see it. Just so I can poke a hole in there. And now I know where they're at. I should be able to cut them. There's one.
How can you see them?
You know, because there's a little bit of gray underneath it because of the gap. There we go. Phew, that part is done. Get rid of this, I think, I hope. Okay, here's how this works. They are. Pam's way smarter than I am. I'm going to flip this over. You have notches that are close together down here, and then when you get to the globe part, they get bigger. These are the sides. The biggest piece goes around the top. The pretty part goes on the inside. Okay, so that, but if you could see, my notches aren't lining up. Like these are closer together than here. That's why she made this stretchy. Like, look, it is so simply amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the side ones and I'm going to start on the lower right, and I'm going to put this in place. So the pretty side is going to go on the inside, unless I guess you could do it the opposite way. But you start with this notch goes on the very bottom. I'm going to zoom in, but you guys, I need a piece of plastic because I'm going to glue to this piece of paper I've got laying down.
Barb's on, or she was on for a minute.
And once you get it where you want it to be, it doesn't need to be stretchy anymore, and then paint will be fine. So I'm gonna do this side because that's what you're supposed to do. So let me zoom in. And this is where you need to bring your patience. Okay, Lisa. So this notch right here goes to the very bottom. It goes right there. And then the second notch needs to fit in here, but it's short. So this stretches. You just pull it a little and it stretches.
That's crazy.
Yep. And I need to do one at a time.
Did you glue them in, Lisa?
Yeah, it's, you guys, I'm struggling because I'm, feeling the pressure of being watched here. And then this one. Is going to go in here. And you need the other ones that you're not doing right now to be on the outside, or they can keep you from, I'm going to glue them in as I go. Otherwise, I got to take them back out, which doesn't make sense. So I'm going to drop my glue right here. And I'm going to glue this one in.
That glue's perfect for that.
Mm-hmm. Glue a few piece. I probably need one more, but pull this one out just a smidge. And there we go. So that's going to be that part. So you can see I have just a little bit of a gap there, just where they need to spread out a little. It's just so brilliant. This one's probably going to have to stretch a little to fill in the gap where the big one is going to go. But I'm going to cross that bridge when I come to it. Maybe I'll leave this side open. Maybe that is what I'll do next. So I'm going to lay that about where it's going to go. And I can see that there's a little gap. Let's see here. I know you guys can't see. I got it. Yeah, now you can. A little gap. So I'm going to pull this one just a little bit. And you can hear it pull apart and stretch.
Pretty cool.
And then they will lay flat when you get the top piece on. Let's stretch this one too. There we go. Got to be careful. You don't want to break this. You just want to free it up a little. Stretched. She's making so much noise over here. Okay. Can you hear that?
I can hear it.
There we go. Which was the side I had stretched out. This side, I think. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing. Get glue in those notches. One, two, three, four, five. Just go on. What are the walls made of? This looks difficult. I'm sure it will come out beautiful. It's difficult because I'm on live. So it's like I have to be on camera. And that makes everything, more challenging. But it is certainly not difficult. This is going right in place. But you just gotta cut me some, oops, that's backward. Cut me some slack for being live. There we go, let's do it this way.
Did you flip it over? That piece is going the opposite way.
I just did right now.
Good.
Yep, thanks. I saw it. There we go.
There you be.
So I'm not going to want to add the other piece yet because I want some working space. I'm going to run a bead of glue along the inside as well. but when you get the top piece on, it will be like really, really, really secure. Let me get it. And those are all the things like putting it backwards and stuff. Those are all the things you do when you're live. Okay, I've got the wings. And you're going to be able to decide where you put those, understanding that this right here is the center of my box. And then just imagining where this is going to go. I will place them, probably going to place them actually after, just drop them in from the top, I think is what I'm going to do. Get this one to crack. I'm working the bugs out for you guys.
Yes, you are.
That's all you have to do. Didn't know that. There's no video for us. This is a brand new project. I was just so stinking excited to show you guys. Now we'll bring it back the other way a little. Okay.
Yeah, they don't really come with directions, so
They do not. And this one especially, if you just have someone show you, you know, it's not bad. If I wouldn't have had Pam here figuring out what I was doing wrong. Oops.
seems like a lot of work to make this particular one. I mean, the designing it, like
Yeah, for
not
sure.
what you're doing, the person who cut them all out. Like that's a lot of
Well,
work into the project.
and if I wouldn't have had the patience to figure it out, I think that you certainly need a video to help you with this one.
But all the wood that she did, it's like that's
And the
That's a lot.
design that goes
that's
into
what I
it.
mean. I was talking
Yeah.
about the design seemed difficult, like a lot of work for them. Not you. Once you got the hang of it, it just all clicking together.
Click, click, click. Okay.
Or you could even put some spacers behind the wings to look like they're floating. Yes, you could, Mary Casey.
So these I'm going to want, actually, again, when I get the top piece on, these are going to curve. There's nothing holding those together. And when they curve, they're going to meet. There's no doubt in my mind. The question would be, is what do you do next? Because I would think you got to put this guy in right here. And do I want to paint him is the question. I don't think you're going to see it. So that just fits right in there. And then this one is going to fit. This is incredible. Like, and what a bargain.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Some spacers behind the wings so they look like they're floating. Yeah, that would be cool. With the 3-dimension, I'm not sure that you need it. I think they already give you that look, kind of. So now this is going to go over the top, and it's going to pop into those spots. So what I'm going to want to do is get glue where I need it to be first. And you guys are going to have patience with me because, again, being live, I normally would want to be right over the top of this, and I just don't have that luxury. So I'm going to put the glue all along this railing.
Welcome, Lisa.
I don't know how she ever thought of this.
I know.
And I'm anticipating struggling a little bit with this step.
Look at you figure it all out for us.
Because it all just has to fit. I'm going to snap it into this bottom piece first. What do I feel like? I got some paint on there. I think I did. I think I got some paint in those inserts. Can you get my rubber mallet for me, Pam? I got a little bit of paint on these. Thank you, Christy. Oh, Lisa, you're so welcome.
Can you just do this one?
Yeah, that one's perfect.
Hello.
Maybe I want to do.
Here you go.
See if I can do this end first. Thank you.
Oops, sorry.
Yep, I got paint in this one too. I didn't mean to. Gosh darn it. Oh, and my X-Acto knife right here. I'm just getting my paint that I dripped off. Everywhere. I got it. My glue's gonna dry. All right, on the side up. Now we should be good. Yep, my glue's drying here. Can't get my fingers in there.
I'm gonna take the hammer.
I know I said you gotta bring your
can't,
patience, right? So that one's in. Why don't you get the first one? There we go. It's just getting that first one. There we go. And hope like heck they don't pop out. That's gonna have to be glued. Those. It's all right though. Now here you've got a few that have to line up.
Look at you popping them right in there.
Yeah, they were. Until I got to this part. That's lined up. That's lined up. Come on, Bessie. You can't do it. Go around over here. Pull this one just a smidge to get it to go. gently use my rubber mallet. You don't want to force it to the point where it's going to snap. Here we go. This is tricky because of this back here. I feel like I shouldn't have put that one in yet, maybe. There we go. Let's pull that out. That one's good. This one. Okay, that's good there.
Come along.
Mm-hmm. It's that I can't get my fingers. I'm going to take, I just dropped that down right there, which worked. So
Take the bottom off.
now I
You have to
can
start over again.
get, I got this, I got this. There we go. Come on.
Oh yeah, that little bottom piece got it there.
There we go. See, guys, you just need a little patience, Lisa Marie. Here we go in there. Yeah, that helps taking that bottom piece off. This one needs to curve around. There we go. That needs to go there. Gently tap. These I'm going to glue in place, these side strips. Now, should be able to snap this right in.
Beauteous.
Got a buildup of glue, I think, is causing me problems here. So that's the only part that I have left. And it needs to, oh, that's why. When I pulled it back, I lost the solid connection. Down all the way, almost.
It's always the last one in line.
Well, it I'm sitting here thinking you don't even need the bottom, but that's a cop out. The glue off of here. So I'm looking to see, is it flush? See how there's a little bit of a gap there? I just need to pull that out and slip that in. There we go. You just had to use a little bit of strength. So these right here, I'm going to glue in and tape them so that they stay, those little pieces. And then this piece right here is going to go here. So this is where I am going to stop for today, and we'll pick this up tomorrow. We'll definitely be able to finish. What I didn't do is I would have needed, if I was going to use plexiglass, I would have needed to do it before I attach the front, and the front is not coming off. So I'll have to see what happens with that. But I'm thrilled with it. I'm going to probably paint that. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for being out here, everybody. Bye.